The execution of Stephen Bertrand Munyakho, currently known as Abdul Karim, has been postponed. You are probably wondering, who is he? Why was he to be executed? Why has the execution been postponed? And what happens now that it has been postponed? Will he be released or will he end up being executed? That is what I'll be covering in this video. So stick with me till the end of the video to get all this information. Now, Abdul Karim or Stephen Munyakho is a Kenyan man who is currently being held in the Shimesi prison in the governorate of Mecca. He has been in various Saudi prisons for 13 years and was to be executed on the 15th of May 2024. So he had gotten into an altercation some time back with his friend Abdul Halim Saleh. The altercation led to his friend Saleh being stabbed and injured, which led to his death. Stevo was also injured too, but his injuries were not life-threatening. After this, he was convicted for manslaughter and sentenced to 5 years. However, Saleh's family appealed to the Sharia court and the sentence was changed to death instead of the 5 years that he had been initially sentenced to. According to Sharia law, he was to be executed by a sword. The Principal Secretary of Foreign Affairs, Korir Sing'oei, announced that Saudi authorities had agreed to delay the execution to facilitate further discussions. Negotiations are currently ongoing with the aim of resolving the matter in a way that both families will be satisfied. He also expressed gratitude to the Saudi authorities for their cooperation, further mentioning that there are plans to engage other stakeholders in Nairobi and Riyadh, including religious leaders, so as to discuss the next steps that will be taken. The alternative option other than execution for Stevo is dia or blood money. This is compensation that is paid to the victim or their family or their heir in cases of accidental harm. Now, Saleh's family agreed on a payment of 10 million Saudi Arabia riyals. The amount was then negotiated to 3.5 million Saudi Arabia riyals, which is approximately 150 million Kenyan shillings. Now, this amount must be paid for Stephen Munyakho to be released and for the death sentence to be lifted. His family has since appealed to Kenyans and other well-wishers for assistance, and there is a committee dedicated to bring Stevo back home, which has also requested President William Ruto to intervene in the matter. Hopefully everything goes well for our fellow Kenyan, Stevo Munyakho. This has been BNN, where we the Biz like to keep it buzzing.
Now, it's a temporary relief for the family of Stephen Munyakho, who's a son to veteran journalist Dorothy Kweyu, after Saudi Arabia authorities agreed to Kenya's request to postpone his execution. Foreign Affairs Principal Secretary Korir Sing'oei says that the Saudi authorities have allowed for further negotiations between all parties to bring the matter to a more acceptable conclusion. Munyakho, who has been in jail for 13 years, was to be executed on Wednesday this week in Saudi Arabia for allegedly killing his workmate, a Yemeni citizen, Abdul Saleh. The late Saleh was allegedly murdered in a fight when the two had a misunderstanding at their workplace, leading to Stephen's death sentence following an appeal by the victim's family. Now, a campaign dubbed Bring Back Stevo has been launched to appeal to Kenyans to help raise funds needed to secure his release. The campaign seeks to raise 150 million shillings.